Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And we'll get started just in a minute as Facebook goes out and notifies everyone that we're doing this Facebook Live. The title for today is I Don't Want to Hear That. I don't want to hear that. So while we're out there sending everyone a message, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. You can go to roberthollis.com/free and get a PDF of my best-selling book on Amazon. And we'll get started just in a moment. So I'm going to go over to settings and comments again. There's my lovely wife, Terry. Thank you so much. I'm going to hurry up and get done with this Facebook Live so I can finish the bathroom. Hi, Kai. Appreciate you. Hi, Bill. Thank you very much. Melody, I love and appreciate you. Scott, the Reacher. Hi, John. Looking forward to talking to you tonight, and that'll be awesome. And we're a minute in. Hi, Pat. So again, my name is Robert Hollis. I will hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And the video for today is I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And one of the things that I can tell every one of you is that, you know, when you hang around people that are very, very fulfilled, they're very happy, they're very successful. There's some things that they're very good at. And I'll tell you one thing that this just blew me away is they basically say, I am going to train people how to treat me. I am going to train people how to treat me. And if they don't want to do that, then those people get cut out of their lives. Totally get cut out of their lives. Now, one of the unique things about working in a job or an environment is we get a little weird programming because it's like when you sit around for breaks or you sit around the water cooler, as they say, or you're sitting around for lunch, whatever. It's like, it seems like people have not only negative things to talk about, but there's this weird thing that happens with people is that they want to top the story. So for us to feel significant, for us to feel like we're fitting in, what we do is someone says, oh my God, did you see that accident that happened? Or, oh my God, did you hear this thing that happened? And not only do they talk about it, but then there's other people that hang around it. And then they go, wow, you think that's a bad accident? You should hear about this. And there's this phrase that is said about computers, which is garbage in, garbage out. And what people want to think is they actually believe and think that this programming is not coming in their head. And it is. And I'm really going to talk about people that have that are, I'm 60 years old. And so the way that my mentor taught us that this is true, that if I said plop, plop, fizz, fizz, most people can fill that in. So we're saying, I'm watching what's going in my head. I don't have a bad attitude. I don't look at negative things. I don't think that I'll fail and all of this stuff. But yet these things are just whipping in our head. So if someone turns around and says the real thing, you know what I mean? People are going like the real thing. What is that? Oh, that's Coca-Cola, right? How about da-da-da-da-da? Loving it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy when you think about the amount of programming that goes in our head. I see these game shows sometimes, and now they can play just a sound. And people go, what is that? What is that? I know that sound. Oh, that's Intel, the chips for Intel. And so it's crazy that we have all this thing coming in our heads and we think that it doesn't make a difference. So it's amazing, like me in companies that I'm involved in, a lot of people will reach out and say, hey, did you hear about this person? Or did you hear about this? Or did you hear about this happening? And you know what the answer is always for me? No, I haven't. No, I haven't heard. And the reason why is people know better than to bring me undocumented minutia that's negative. If you want to be that kind of person and all day every day you want to consume negative information that you have absolutely zero control over, and your goal all day on social media and everything is to, what do I'm doing today? I'm going to figure out some negative stuff and then I'm going to spread it all over, make sure that I call everyone and let them know. And if you think that doesn't affect you, then guess what? There's no fix for being stupid. Duct tape, like I said, baling wire, nothing can stop that kind of stupidity. And here's one of the things that I want you guys to know is I was that guy. See, I'm willing to admit that I become part of my environment. You become the people that you hang around. And so if everyone's talking about, oh my God, did you hear about this? And oh my God, did you hear the government? And oh my God, did you hear about the politics? And oh my God, have you heard of monkeypox? And oh my God. You see, if you guys always are hearing that, and not only do you hear it, but you're talking with people that are hearing it and want to hear it, you're going, oh my God, oh, by the way, did you hear this? Well, you think that's bad, listen to this. If you don't think that that's bothering you and affects you, I'm just telling you, you're wrong. You're wrong. And so I'm going to share with you one other crazy story that is just amazing. I'll never forget this. But there was something that I heard whisper down the lane. You see some of the other videos that I have, not only on roberthollis.com/free, but also, you can go to youtube.com/Robert Hollis. And, we do this whisper down the lane. We do this telephone stuff. And when I became aware of it in my story that I shared on there, here's another one that got me. So what I did is I went to one of my mentors and I said, hey, did you hear about this person? Did you hear the stuff about this person? And he stopped me dead in my tracks. Again, this is part of training people how to treat you. I don't want people. Melody Riva's on here. I love her. And I'll tell that story too about the garbage truck. But it's like people will realize that you're the person that says, hey, tell me all this garbage. Tell me. And so when I said to this person, hey, did you hear about this person? Did you hear this? And he said, Robert, stop for a second. I want you to hear me out before you say anything. I said, okay. And he said, the very first thing I want you to know, I want you to think about, don't answer, just listen, is do you know what you're about ready to share with me? Do you know without a shadow of a doubt that it's absolutely fact? Absolutely fact. That you were there, that you know that this conversation happened, or you witnessed and watched this person doing this thing you're about ready to share with me. Again, don't answer. Don't answer. I said, okay. He said, second, why are you telling me this? Why? Because in my mind, there's only a couple of reasons that you would say this. One is you want my opinion to change about this person. So maybe what you think is that if you tell me something about Craig, then what's going to happen is I'm now going to favor you or like you more than Craig. Why would you want to tell me something about Craig? What is your motivation? What is the reason that you're doing this? Do you want my viewpoint to be different about Craig? Because here's what's really important. I don't want my perception of Craig to change. I love him. I think he's one of the most awesome people that I know. He's a great friend. He's reliable. He's loyal. He's funny. He's entertaining. I don't need my perception changed about Craig. I don't need it changed. So the only reason that you could be telling me this is just to tell me it. You don't know whether or not it's fact, and maybe it is, maybe you're there. But why do you want my perception to change about Craig? Do you really believe that if my thoughts about Craig are lower than they are right now, does that put you in a better position? Do you think that now that you told me this thing, that I'm going to like you and think that you're more reliable? Because here's really what happens. If you're willing to talk about Craig behind his back, you're probably willing to talk to somebody else about me behind my back. So that's now really going to change the way I feel about you. And I don't want my perception changing about you. So I want you to really, really think about, before you open your mouth and say whatever you're going to say about this person, I want you to really evaluate that. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you just got to know. You just got to know. Oh my God, you got to know. No, I don't. Here's the only time that I need to know, is about what you're going to say about Craig, this person. Are they going to harm me? Physically harm me? I don't think so. Then I don't need to hear about it. I don't need to hear about that. I want every one of you to think. I see Sarah on here, Melody, I love you, Ava, Jason, Annette, Deborah. Happy birthday, Deborah. Fortune, Bill, I see Bill on here, Vernie. Thank you very much, you guys. But really, really think about, what if people, every time they called you up, or hey, I got to tell you about so-and-so, and you went, I don't want to know about that. I don't need to hear that. Hey, did you hear what the Republicans are? I know, I don't need to hear. I don't know. I don't need to hear. Did you hear about what the I do not need to hear. No, thank you. No, thank you. I need to stay positive. I need to be fulfilled. I want to put my vibration and my attraction in the right position to attract the best things for me in my life. I don't need that in my head. And so the story that I want to tell each and every one of you is the story I talked about Melody. Melody Riva at one time, just love her so dearly. One of my top 5 people in the whole world. And she would allow, listen closely, but she wouldn't shut people down. She would allow all these people to not only come to her and tell her all these negative things about what was happening in the world, or even about what's happening to me. Hi, Melody, I just need you to know that, I got this messed up, my back's messed up, and my spouse did this to me, and it's like, oh my God. So she would call me up, and she would be on a scale to 1 to 10 for energy, like 13. And then she would call me up, and she'd be -4. And I would say, stop that, Melody. Don't let these people, you got to train these people that you're not the person they can do that to anymore. You got to train people how to treat you. And she was having difficulties doing that because she has such a big heart and she cares so much for people. And she thought that a way to take care of people is by listening to their negative garbage, right? And so what I did is I gave her an analogy, and I know that she did a video on her YouTube channel. You guys should go see it. And Craig, maybe if you can find it, or Melody can post it, that would be great. But I told her it's like a garbage truck that's backing up. And it does this beeping sound. Beep, I said, so when people call you up and you hear their energy's down, and they say stuff like this, where you go, "Hey, Melody, just thought I'd give you a call. I love and appreciate you. How things going?" Well, beep, 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 beep. Don't let people back their garbage truck up to you, lift it up, and dump all that garbage on you. Whether it's about them, whether it's about politics, government, wars, it doesn't make a difference what it is. So if you're a person that is like being the leaning shoulder or the ear that people can cry on, and you think that does not affect you, Annette, you're absolutely correct, Annette. I hope I'm saying that correct. I see a lot of E's and a lot of T's. But I want each and every one of you guys to really understand that that affects you. That 1000% affects you. Listening to negative things or unconstructive things. I got some incredible people here that are on here, Craig and Melody. And Craig, I know you probably know how to spell minutia. And if you could just find it on the dictionary or spell it in here. When I first heard this word, I was shocked because the guy was trying to teach me a lesson. He was a defense attorney in Orange County, California. And his name is George Valdez. Love the guy. And he would ask me a question. And he would say, "Hey, Robert, what would you do in this situation?" And sometimes I would start telling a story. And he would stop me. And he would go, And I go, "What?" Puts his fingers in his ear, la, la, la. He says, "Don't give me minutia." I said, "What's minutia?" He says, "A bunch of stuff about things that don't matter." Because people think that they can do this as well. So Melody reaches out to me, and now I'm using this as an example. She used to do this. And then people feel like they got to feel like they're talking to you, and they feel like they got to talk to other people. So not only are they using a lot of negative stuff, but then what they do is they do this. This is nuts. So they reach out and go, "Hey, Melody, yeah, you got a minute?" "Oh, yeah." "Well, listen, I was talking to this one gal, and, she's used to be a hairdresser, and she stopped being a hairdresser because the chemicals were messing up her lungs. And so she's on disability, and, I think her mom just died. And she's got a brother that lives in Israel, and also's got a sister that lives in Pakistan." And you're like, oh my God. Every time they talk to you, it's all of this stuff about, I guess they just feel the need to have to give you a bunch of minutia, a bunch of small, trivial details that have nothing to do with anything. Do you guys know people like this? Maybe you should ask maybe your family and friends and ask you if you're one of those people. So it's like, hey, you go, "Hey, how are you?" And you go, "Oh my God, I wish to God I never asked that question." Well, this is a habit. This is a habit. A habit of giving too much information that has nothing to do with the point, and also talking about negative things. See, I'll give you one more and then I'm done. Do you know how many people leave me a message like this? leave me a message like this. Hey, Robert, I just thought I'd give you a quick audio message. I know you don't like to read, and so I'm leaving you an audio message like you told me. But you know what? I reached out to a person. They were super excited. They not only became an affiliate, but they also just bought product, and they're also starting to reach out to their people. And I just thought I'd give you a quick praise report. Do you know how many of those I get? Like one a week. Do you know how many messages I get like this? Hey, Robert, I reached out to this guy, and, he didn't respond at first. And then after he didn't respond, when he did respond, he told me that he was working for the Army, and that a brother got him involved in another company that he thinks more exciting. And anyway, I don't know if I shared too much information, but I can't get him to become a free affiliate. I also, shared what you shared. No, because I just listened to your whole story. I don't share any of that stuff. But they didn't watch the video, and I was wondering, how do you get them to watch the video? And how do you get them to become an affiliate? And how do you get them to actually go to business and do this thing? And I'm like, oh my God. I get all these messages about people that attempted to find an interested person at the right place at the right time, that jumps in full of excitement to change their life for people they know and love, to be able to generate enough income and help other people where they never have to work again. See, I don't get these messages. I just get all the messages of, listen, I think I did what you said, and I didn't get a reply, but the reply that I got was, this guy, was born with a shoulder that wasn't really there. And I'm like going, for the love of God. It's like, how do you respond to that? Same way I always respond. Next. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Find people that are interested. Talk to those that have ears to hear. These are the wrong people. But listen closely, and I'll finish. When you're constantly doing that stuff and you're constantly garbage in, garbage out, do you guys know that you're attracting people that do the same thing to you and you don't even know it? You actually attract people that, like Ola said, that they're annoying. They give you a bunch of minutia. They give you a bunch of excuses. They talk about stuff that they have no control over, and it doesn't matter. They're not focused on the future of how great their life could be. They're always talking about my past and what's going on with me now. Oh, woe is me. So the universe, the world, is getting you to say, listen, why do you keep attracting the same people? Because you attract who you are. I said it. If you want better people, you got to be precise. You can't waste their time. You got to be positive. That's why people don't get me, because it's like, say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. How can I do that? It's with the right mentality. So people go, how can Robert leave a message like this? Hi, Ava, this is Robert. I hope everything's going great and your family's safe during these crazy times. And I just thought of you, and I just wanted to reach out and say hi. Call's over. And people go, how can you do that in just 12 seconds? No minutia, no fluff. Just straight to the point. People love that. People love that. People love looking at an audio, and when they click on the audio says 10 seconds. The audio says 11 seconds. They love that. They don't love looking at the voice clip. Some of you are not doing voice clips. And they look at the voice clips and it's 4 minutes and 12 seconds. If you don't use voice clips, it's a chapter out of a book. How many of you have received online messages and it's a couple of chapters out of... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How would you feel if, and how would you act if? So after Ava leaves a message back, thank you for thinking of me. Family's doing great. How are you and your family? We've never been better. Thank you so much for asking. We're blessed and highly favored. The reason for me leaving you a message, Ava, as I'm helping a company expand right now, and they're looking for people that need to make extra income during these crazy times. Would you please allow me to send you a short video along with a link where you can evaluate the information, sign up just like you would with Amazon or Facebook or Zoom. And once you get the information, I know that you're going to know some people we can help. Why is mine always less than a minute? Because it works. Not, hi Annette, this is Robert. I know that I talked to you about a couple other companies and they didn't work out, and if I shared it with you and you didn't make any money, I am sorry about that. But anyway, I really think that this one is going to work, and you only have to recruit 2 people, and the products are really good, but there's one of the products that has an ingredient in it that I really don't agree with, because I don't know if you know that I got a degree in chemistry and science and health, but anyway, that's beyond the point. And we're just living in times right now where the government's messed up, and I don't know if you know about the conspiracy thing that's going on. That's really, really true, by the way. But we're really being taken advantage of right now, and we need to find a way to make things better. And I've just maybe we could talk sometime. I love what she said. Click. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. But I hope that you listen to yourself. My mentor told me to record my conversations. He said, Robert, I want you to record your conversations that you have with people and then re-listen back to them. And I only want 2 things from them. Did they make you feel good, or did they not make you feel good? Were you excited to talk to this person or not excited to talk to this person? Was it simple and straight to the point? Or were you rambling and doing minutia and talking about stuff that you don't need? So I love and appreciate you. I know that you can do this. I believe in you. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed, let me be the first. Hope to see you on the next video. Take care. Love you. And bye for now.